potentially I was a friend of mine. My friend Damien, the one that has the autistic 6-year-old, the one I defend on YouTube because his daughter's being picked on. Nice.
We will be
I pretty
playing
much
stroke play
texted his
today.
wife
3
what had
holes
happened,
ahead
and
of
him and his
us.
wife are in a
Let's do it.
relationship. That's none of my business, really. So I figured she should know the details before, you know. And the whole touching the vagina through the pants thing, that happened a couple months ago.
This could roll into rough, I
And
think.
she goes, I want you to be mad at me because it might happen again. I'm
All
like,
right,
what the fuck?
bombs away.
Okay?
Let's see what happens.
When you're in a relationship with somebody, it's not open, you don't do that shit. You just don't. Okay?
Later that same day, Josh attempted to cope with his heartbreak by making a video discussing his feelings.
At the end of the fucking day, YouTube, I realized that's the fucking week of it. I have no clue about it.
And let's see how he does on this hole.
Two strands of shit. It's the worthless piece of shit. I realize that. I'll accept that and make it what it is, you know. But other than that, you know, I bitched about it.
Setting up here on the first cut.
I still feel angry about it now. I realize how fucking easy it would be to kick Stephanie's ass too. Punch her size, punch her muscle, you know, and I'm like,
heading for the bunker, I think. I don't know about this one. He's sitting in the rough. Could be interesting.
Because of some stupid shit. You think that she's shy, quiet, very that
going with the hybrid.
You'd be surprised.
As the story goes, Josh returned home.
This will be his second shot.
Stephanie allegedly threatened her and Damien with violence. Stephanie left, ending their relationship. Stephanie moved in with Damien, Megan, and Matt shortly after. She ended up supporting them all financially, being the only employed person in the household. 3 years later, in 2017, Stephanie would finally reveal her side of the story.
Part of me breaking up with
And here's a look at their hybrid.
Because yes, I cheated on him, he cheated on me too, but when
Setting
he
up
cheated on
with
me,
a
he told
sandy
me
old lie.
months later, I had more respect for him and told him the next day. Another part of it was I was going through a lot of changes in opinion because at the moment my self-esteem was going up, like way up, and so I was realizing
Setting up here for your
myself.
fourth.
I was becoming awakened in myself. I know the part of it was he kind of threatened a friend that it happened with, but he also kind of threatened me in a way. I guess he was trying to be joking and, you know, kinky or whatever, but at the same time, when he said that, I wasn't sure if I should take it as a joke or take it seriously. So I took it seriously and I left. I'm doing way better now. I'm way happier.
Well, at least you're on the
The years
green.
of 2012 to
beach.
2014 were a period of great change for Josh, full of growth as well as misfortune. He cemented his YouTube presence, albeit on foundations of notoriety. And these formative years of his channel are now looked back on as the true halcyon days of King Cobra JFS content. Whether it was heartbreak, home troubles, hard work, or hair dye, something interesting was always happening. The Trapped documentary brought fresh new eyes to Josh's channel, and this new audience, as well as his adorant fans, were blessed with many classic videos created during this exciting time. Despite the loss of a friend and his first girlfriend, Josh refused to be beaten down and embraced his newfound independence. He was hopeful about the future and had a sense of purpose in his work and personal pursuits, and could live how he wanted to without the looming shadows of his father hovering over him, waiting to take away his computer cables. He was creatively prolific, making videos, music, and even written work, with the fruits of this productivity ranging from hilarious to disgusting. This dynamic would continue into the following years of his YouTube career, while his ever-growing audience looked on in fascinated anticipation of what Josh would do next.
This one's a 3-footer.
Thank you very much for watching, and thank you so much to my members, and of course, my writer.
Okay, starting the round above par here today, but hopefully we can shave some strokes off as we progress. Going with the 9 iron on this one. Here we go. Let's see what this guy does.
On the 4th of July, Josh confirmed that he and Stephanie had officially broken up and said that even though he had been unfaithful, she ruined the relationship by cheating on him. Josh even contemplated destroying something that Stephanie worked very hard to get.
Yeah, I know I said I was going to play the national anthem and try to learn it.
This is an 8 iron. Penalty area coming up. Looking forward to see what you do here.
And I've noticed that see, she didn't even bother calling me. I called her afterwards to see if she wanted to go to the bar or something, you know. So the 4th of July. No. Was not answering her phone. Sends me a text, says, please leave me alone, okay? I'm like, excuse me? What did I
Just
do?
a pure
You
swing.
threatened to rape me. I'm like, I was only half kidding because you had sex with someone else. I was trying to be kinky with it. Like, you love it.
Decent approach there.
I guess
Setting up his 3rd shot here.
But she somehow felt threatened by that. So because of she's on off in the hands of someone else. And they got a text later saying,
Shots coming towards the green nicely.
Leave her the fuck alone, okay?
He's getting ready to fire away with his
Yeah,
second
I was
shot.
a little pissed when I heard that. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm going to the bar and getting drunk. I like 3 drinks, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. And should I get some weed, smoke, I don't know, whatever. Not saying then where I got it, but I did get some.
Here we
And
go.
it was enough to mellow me out for a couple hours and just feel numb, so I didn't have to feel. And the biggest problem with this is what's ironic about life, really, is our society puts way too much pressure on a natural human function. It's just fucking ridiculous. There was a brief period in time though where Stephanie did get a urinary tract infection. She got real sick, and I'm like, what the fuck? At the time, I still boyfriend.
Sinking this next putt will be for his par.
She's about to eat cranberry pills. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm cranberry pills now. Just to get better. But in a way, I believe
9-foot putt for him. Right by the hole.
and then, and I mean,
All right, this one for par.
They get to me, the whole night, you know, I did it, and, you know, living high. I got laid now, so, you know.
Looking pretty good. All right, there it is. That's your par. Okay, he's got 2 feet to go here. And that'll drop. And you're sitting at 1 over for the round.
You know, the subject matter of it too is, man, definitely gets a degree in computer engineering. And everything is everything. Certified entry network technician. She might have gotten all her shit, but she didn't get her little certification. Now, I feel
We
like
are only 2 strokes off the lead on this final hole of the matchup. Let's get this.
Because if you're going to take your anger on the person, do it in a healthy way. The one thing they work so fucking hard to get is going to be covered in shotgun shells. A whole lot of stuff.
All right, let's see how he does here on this hole.
Well, she ain't got it. Because
He's hitting out of the deep stuff here.
just oddly fuck me over, you know what I'm saying? Because I won't go to jail for shooting Stephanie's certificate. You see what I'm saying? You do. She made all pissy like that. I'm like, yeah, see how
Rolling with the 4 iron here.
See how hard it pays off. She watches my video. See how hard it pays
He's
off.
got around 155 yards
Josh
to
made
go
several
here.
appearances on infamous YouTuber Tommy NC 2010 and his podcast Tommy Talks. For the
Going a
most
bit
part,
left of the
these
pin.
interviews weren't that informative,
Well, that
except
one's
for a
goodbye.
few funny moments.
Good evening. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another awesome episode of Tommy Talk. It's me, Tommy NC 2010. Got the King Cobra. I want to lead you in a guitar ballad before I start interviewing Mr. Cobra.
Okay. want
This one's
to
going left. And that's a plunker. Setting up from 145 yards away.
So, you're going to play the guitar. I'm not trying to remember, you're going to play the guitar through the whole entire interview, or...
Oh, no, it's going to the
Actually,
water.
no, yeah, I just want to play guitar.
I understand if...
Okay, this is
you
your
like playing
sixth
guitar. I
shot.
was just seeing if...
I can...
Josh's content was becoming very
This
monotonous
one's heading a bit
as he
right.
circled around the same talking
That's going to
points,
miss the green.
like modifying
Unfortunate.
his bike to fit an engine and popular news stories
All right,
in the
third
media.
shot for him.
Josh had begun working on his sixth album entitled Cemetery Gates. However, this album would take much longer to produce and wasn't released for almost a year. Later in the month, Josh showed progress in moving on from Stephanie, casting his wonky eye around Casper for new love prospects. He was characteristically vague, but a new local obsession was apparent.
I tried about this girl I like. I haven't hold on to girls, I think about what she said. No, everything is good. I think she feels the same way about me. I'm not entirely sure, though, going off of body language when she's around me and stuff. So, but right now, I don't know if we can take a little off date.
This one will be for quadruple bogey.
I know we're into the alternative lifestyle of dressing, kind of like I do basically, but what have you.
He's going to want to make
but
this
green right
10-foot putt.
for the shirt, get over it. Anyway, and it's weird because I didn't, because I saw her today, and it's weird because my heart started racing really fast, and then it sharpened in my throat.
Okay,
And then
love
shut
it.
back down.
Love it if you could drop this one on in. And the putt drops, and your round's done. Okay, this next putt is for his bogey.
Josh finished July strong by compulsively talking about weed legalization and getting called a creep by a girl at his favorite bar at the time, the Sand Bar.
At the sand bar one time, and I noticed one of the cocktail waitresses had her ass smacked, and the guy was drunk as shit, and she could have handled it a million different ways. She's like, oh, it's a little high above the waist, isn't it? And she kind of shrugged it off, I guess, and I wanted to say something like, hey, it's not your ass to smack, leave it alone. It's not my ass to smack either, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that was just an issue of fight, and I just keep my mouth shut, and last quarters I went to, I had a blast. I got so drunk, in fact, that I walked outside, there was a cop sitting outside the bar. He goes, did you drive here? The cop asked me, he goes, did you drive here? I'm like, nope, I didn't drive here. All right, have a nice night. The same night I called it creeper because I was drunkenly staring at some chick. But she'd sit there playing with her boobs and acting obnoxious. It's like, well, pardon me for staring, but yeah, that's all I have to say with this video.
In early August, Josh's iconic floral throne made its first appearance. Yes, this was just a smelly old chair, but many of Josh's long-time fans get nostalgic about it, as it featured strongly in this much-loved era. A few days later, Josh frequented the sandbar again, but this time had a run-in with the long, veiny dick of the law.
And, I went to the sandbar last night, Colder's night, had a good time as always. Saw someone in there, saw a young lady that I wouldn't mind asking out, but, I don't have the courage to ask her on stage through YouTube. I decided to just walk home as usual. I was stopped by a cop who breathalyzed me. I blew a 0.19, and I know the cop showed up, shining his flashlight on me. And the cops asked me, do you have any knives on you? I'm like, no. Starts patting me down. Okay, you're good to go. And the cop was nice enough to not arrest me for public intoxication. He said basically that's what I was doing, was public intoxication. Instead, he gave me a ride home, which was super cool with him, so yeah. And interesting thing about the sandbar though, I started drinking a little bit, and she had a woman hitting on me. Yeah, like full on flirting with me, She was playing full well on the tables, and she's like, watch out, I want to hit you. And she laughed, and cool. And she had kind of like, kept her stick on me, and the full stick on me a little bit. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. That's how it started. That's all good, And then we start flirting with each other as far as it goes, but hey, you know, I was not expecting that. Like, holy shit, that was kind of, that was next Thursday though. So, but you see this woman again, you know, maybe ask her out, and suppose the worst she can say is no. But as soon as women I want to ask out, I feel like they're bad on my league. I'm just better off not trying, not worrying about it. You know, it's a confidence issue I have, but you know.
Not too much happened over the next few weeks, except Josh once again getting stuck in a weed legalization loop. In early September, however, Josh got contacted by a fan expressing interest in filming a second documentary.
And I had a YouTuber contact me about making another documentary. Sounds good to me, but you gotta be sketchy about these kinds of things. So I call this person up and see if they're legit. It's a little late to doing that, but
I'm sure you're a real fan. Looking forward to a much more in-depth professional documentary about you. Good to be back as well. Have a good night.
thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Right? What about that YouTube? Second documentary in the making, that's what's up. You know.
That same month, Josh attended a protest advocating for weed legalization in the state of Wyoming by a small group named Wyoming National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, and made a video discussing it.
So today I took a chance at protesting against the drug war, mostly marijuana prohibition. I saw the opportunity arise when I was on my way to work, and I noticed a couple people holding up signs saying end marijuana prohibition, what have you. So popped in my beach cruiser when I got home and rode on over to where they were protesting, picked me up a sign and started protesting. The majority of the people driving by went like this or like that, smiled as they drove by. Some people just shook their head and kept driving. Some people were a bit ruder than that. One person drove by in her car and shouted "fuck you" out her window as she drove by. Older man basically looked at us, glared at us, and gave us the thumbs down sign and kept driving, you know. But for the most part, what I noticed was that the majority of people seemed to support it, so that's awesome.
Josh would end up giving online dating a go around this time, and his method of waiting patiently and letting girls come to him wasn't working quite as well as he hoped.
So I joined a couple of dating websites as I'm single now, and I found a couple that are actually, you know, for the most part free. I've actually had women flirting with me on these websites, not shooting you. So, alright. Watch out. Yeah, it's just some ripping ass arms, huh? Holy shit. I joined a couple of dating websites, and some of these women are actually pretty attractive. It shocked the hell out of me because I thought I wasn't going to get anywhere with it, but I get, I have at least 16 messages in my Gmail right now from various women, and some of them I'd like to respond to, but I can't, because unfortunately you need a credit card for that shit. You know, so much for quote-unquote free online dating, right? Needless to say, though, once I get a credit card available to me, that's something I could definitely look into if I can afford it. But yeah, you know, just as surprised as you are, YouTube here, I'm thinking, you know, that I'm not the most, you know, socially accepted by women, yet judging by some of the messages I've received, that doesn't appear to be the case. So, yeah, nice little confidence booster, yeah. Yeah, I have a debit card, but that's for my SSI, so I can't use my SSI for something like that. That would be considered personal, because you need a receipt to show that your money's going to the right place, right? And these dating websites don't have that, so, you know. That some of you might judge me for being on SSI, I really don't give a shit. Some people make comments like, I need to be on SSI and get my low-income job and da-da-da-da-da, and comment like that on YouTube. And, at least I'm not some piece of shit who uses his SSI and drugs and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, my SSI has been strictly for rent, internet, and other bills that I have, you know, if I can't afford to pay a small check that I get, you know what I'm saying? And there's been a couple times that that's happened. So.
Of course, these dating websites were a scam, featuring fake profiles designed to drain horny idiots of their hard-earned money. Fortunately for him, Josh did not have any of this. Sadly, in early October, the Saunders family dog Chance passed away. Josh made an emotional video talking about him.
So, yesterday was alright up until I got that phone call from my mom that, yeah, we put my dog down. So, I went there and, I was there till the end, and yeah, my dog Chance got put to sleep yesterday, and I ended up getting some wild turkey honey with whiskey to, you know, drink Chance's name, my dog Chance, you know. But after we were to sleep, they took his collar off, and then got to keep it. And how exactly, and pretty much last night, I put that collar on my neck and then proceeded to drink almost an entire bottle of wild turkey with whiskey. So why my dog, huh? Why not heal Justin Bieber or One Direction, huh? No, that's right, because God doesn't exist. But any of you who have ever gone through something like this know exactly how I'm feeling right now. You know?
In preparation for Halloween, Josh splurged on an $80 black and green cloak from the website Luciferian Apotheca. This was quite the spend, as Josh's hours at Wendy's had been heavily reduced due to his tardiness. In late October, Josh posted on Facebook saying that he'd accepted that he would be alone for the rest of his life, that he was lonely, and having a girlfriend was a want, not a need. For Halloween, Josh caused havoc on the streets and at the sandbar. He finished off his night with a stroll through the cemetery. He apparently filmed the video on Halloween, but decided to delete it as he was self-conscious about his hair loss. Josh attempted to remedy his hair loss by using a revolutionary new baldness treatment, onions.
I also have trichoteria, believe it or not. My hair is long enough, while if I comb it out, it covers up the affected areas. On the particular Halloween video I made, I didn't quite comb over my hair all the way. I was just making a video, and yeah. And that's one of those things where it's like, do not pick, resist the urge to pick. And, you know, it becomes a challenge because, you know, I got this urge to pull the hair down my scalp. And I have this long, sexy, gorgeous hair, and it seems kind of counterproductive, doesn't it?
In late November, Josh's check from working part-time at Wendy's was only $285 and did not cover his rent of around $500.
My check, as it turns out, was like $285 and some odd cents. So, but I was able to take care of my rent and everything, so that's not going to be a problem. I now owe $150. I pay $150 for my next check. I'll have rent covered for the next month, so that's what's up. I'll have rent covered for December. So.
Towards the end of the month, Josh did his very first live stream on YouTube using Google Hangouts. He spoke about topics such as weed and guns, making for a very uneventful first live stream.
Sweet, we're live with King Cobra JFS. Hang out here. I don't know how many people actually show up, but we'll see and just chill for a second. So I was quite stoned the other day, and I had a theory. I was reading a National Geographic magazine. It was about our crazy solar system that we live in right now. And it said that the solar system that the Earth resides in was created about 4.5 billion years ago. Now, I'm looking at this like numbers 4 and 5, 4.5 billion. I just got done making my 5th album. That's planned for another year. Before that, I had just made my 4th album, 4 and 5. See what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of a trip for me first. I go on the page and And then you look at Albert Einstein's theory on energy. His theory is you cannot destroy it when you cannot make it. So where does it go when you die? I'm thinking the bigger picture here. Billions of years from now, not long and gone, and billions of years from now when the Earth just explodes. All those years of energy of this simple planet, from the dinosaurs to the last human on Earth, you know what I'm saying? All the energy, where's it all going to go when the Earth explodes? My theory is that is the Big Bang Theory, and all this is going to happen again. All that has happened will happen again. All that has happened has already happened will happen again. All that will happen will all have already happened. And what's going to happen in the future, nobody knows. It makes life interesting, yes. But my theory is that the Big Bang Theory is the Earth coming back full circle of all the energy. That's something to think about, isn't it?
To end the year, Josh's bike engine broke. He spent considerable time and effort trying to fix it, to no avail.
Anyways, this guy at the bar, and he saw a pentagram around my necklace. And he's like, "You should save me." And I said, "No, but I have a beer with him." And the guy looked at me and said, "We're having a beer with him right now." I told us, "See, uniform, that's cute, whatever." You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy thought he was safe. You know, like, whatever, helps you sleep better than that, buddy. So check this out. I got the beach cruiser working, sort of. I was able to make it at least pedal like a normal bike, at least until I get the engine fixed. So that's what's up for the no transportation. Think about these kids, though. These kids you order online. I seem not to be the only one who has these problems. When they order these kids, there's always something going wrong, and they gotta fix it and fuck with it until they get it to where it works like it's supposed to. It had worked. September 6, 2014. I drove it all over town. That was fun. People were like, "I want one." It's just this silly. Yeah.
Before Christmas, Josh drunk texted Stephanie and declined to be in an open relationship with her because he didn't understand what that meant.
So I got a little drunk last night. And, yeah. And I'm going to call from one of my friends saying, "Hey, buddy." He told me to visit for a bit. We didn't catch up. I think it's Stephanie calling me. It turns out it wasn't me. So then Stephanie sends me a text that we'll be able to visit rides here during the bar last night. And I texted back, "Sounds good to me." Just how drunk I was last night. That might have come off as a little harsh, but if I always could tell I couldn't barely read the text. I was just like, I won't be able to come over and visit rides here. I thought the text said, "Be coming over soon, rides here," or something like that. But when they didn't show up, I was like, "Oh, she didn't want to visit me. I see how it is. Whatever. I'm not going to have issues with it." But then I look at my phone and Stephanie texted, sheer desperation. You know, she sends me a text message. "It's Stephanie, what are you thinking?" I was thinking, if you want to be over, if you don't understand, no, I don't, well, fine, then won't be able to visit right here. And I think between that text and the text after that, you know what I'm saying? You know, honestly, I don't blame Stephanie for not wanting to be in an open relationship with me, you know what I'm saying? If I was making her unhappy in what we had for 2 years, which is kind of right by me, you know. I'm 23, I'm fairly attractive. I play some mean guitar, got this sexy long hair, and oh yeah, these bulging biceps to, you know, make you feel safe and nightly. That's just, you know,
Josh's final video of the year was addressed to his trolls. A troll had made a comment on one of his videos, prompting Josh to end his life.
So, I don't understand why people have to be mean on YouTube. I really don't, you know, because it would be so nice if we could coexist as an online community without resorting to immature or rash comments about people. It's just ridiculous. I had some guy telling me on a video that was several fucking months old. Told me my guitar playing sucked and I should go kill myself. Oh, believe me, I've tried many times. It just hasn't worked. you said something that was so inappropriately mean, and then when they go to respond to me on my fucking channel, guess what? They got banned, so they can't respond. Ha! Everything they got in their inbox is my nasty little comment, telling them they go suck Satan's dick while I rape their mom. And I don't want to get that mean on YouTube, but you know what? If you're gonna fucking push my buttons, I want to bite. You may not like me when the King Cobra bites, but you know what? I'm fucking tired of it. That's because it's got nothing basically better to do with their lives than talk shit on somebody who has Asperger's syndrome. Hope you feel proud of yourself, dick.
– 2015 began with a shocking development. Josh had a new girlfriend. Her name was Judy, also hailing from Casper. But unfortunately for Josh, she had 3 children. They had more than likely met through a mutual friend, Matt Champy. Yes, the same one from the sex cult Stephanie got roped into. Judy only appeared in 2 of Josh's videos, where she quickly gained attention for being childish and very lol random raw XD.
So, I hope y'all had a marvelous New Year's. I know I did. Uncle Sweet, I did a thing. Wow. And it's great. I'm getting stand up. A couple of months, it's just like, Judy calls me and asks me, I'm like, it's those. I'm telling you, it's those.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That day.
Yes, but in your case, yeah.
I was telling you what, maybe no, I'll tell you up your family.
Oh.
Put that on me too. Stop it up.
Let's do a fingering what you want to do.
And fuck you too. Bang, I love you. Fuck you too.
Hey YouTube. So last video I got a couple comments saying, put her on camera, put her on camera. I just wasn't looking to be on the camera. I ain't gonna hard on the camera.
What happened, fucker? What up, people? Fuck you. We're on camera.
Yeah.
What? I watched too much Invader Zim.
Oh, Invader Zim?
Yes.
Yes.
Girl. I'm girl. I'm girl.
Okay, you see girl.
I'm girl. Girl, cupcake.
I know Invader Zim doing that, but I'm great.
I will fucking tell you just so everybody can see.
Oh, you got a good time, huh?
You are.
You know what I'm saying?
Mine.
Mine.
Mine. You're mine, damn it. Well. All hell Satan, fuckers. Oh!
Yeah, that's my crazy girlfriend for you, too.
What now, bitches?
What?
Fuck you.
Yeah, she's going through the process, she does.
I do not. Fuck you, you bloody bastard. Where's my fucking trumpet?
I was like, oh, that's why I make up.
You're on camera.
Major point.
Predictably, but understandably, Josh couldn't handle the pressure of being a surrogate father to Judy and her kids. And he broke up with her after only being with her for around a
Hello
week.
there and welcome to PGA Tour
Episode
2K23. My name's John McCarthy,
unfortunately, me and Judy
and anytime you're on the course, I will be
stuff
there.
we can do.
We are playing a quick
Don't get me
3
wrong,
rounds of
Judy's
matchmaking
really
today.
fucking awesome,
Let's
but
go low.
fucking A, dude. You know, she's already got 3 kids, and, yeah, I'm not ready for kids, to be honest with you. I don't consider those kids my family, even though they're not blood related, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody
All right,
fucks with
let's see
Judy's
what he
kids, they got
does
me to deal
on
with.
this one.
And Judy, and a bunch of other people, so. Judy's youngest, who's almost 4 months, after 2 days of knowing her, called me daddy. What the fuck, you two? Well, this year my neighbors aren't going to miss the crying at 4:20 in the morning. The situation was different.
All
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
let's
Like,
send
if I
it.
had the money to raise kids and I actually wanted kids, Judy would be perfect for it, but you know what I'm saying? And she needs a good man in her life who's had experience raising kids. You know what I'm saying? But me and Judy are still, like, you know, good friends and shit. That's what's up. You know what I mean?
Tee shot's looking nice
I'm
here.
gonna deal with 6'4", and I'm gonna be 180 to 200 pounds.
He's looking
pure
ready
muscle,
to roll.
so,
Let's see how
yeah.
he does on this hole.
I'm not exactly the kind of guy you want to piss off. Like, of course, she likes to flirt with other guys while she's with somebody, and yeah, I'm not gonna let her get a bit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Undeterred by the split, Josh continued his love quest on the website hornyaffairs.com, another scam dating
Okay,
site he
240
visited
yards
frequently.
out
He
from
later made a
here.
video complaining
Let's see
about
what
these
this fella
sorts of
does.
sites.
So, I went to the sandbar last night for quarter beers, and, yeah, I got pretty drunk. But, yeah, a bar fight broke out last night at the bar, and, the fuckers were so drunk that their little fights spilt my beer a little bit. Can't say I was too happy about that. But they saw me, and they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, though. I pulled up my fucking pocket and I felt like I will stab a fucker for stealing my beer. And that stopped it right there. They just pretty much, either they stopped fighting or they went to take it somewhere else. And I'm like, really, dude? Come on.
And they've chosen a
What they
hybrid
say
on this
though,
one.
what happens at the sandbar stays at the sandbar, right?
However, a few days later,
Right, here's
Josh
his
considered
second
paying
shot.
for the premium access service at the reasonable price of $100 for 6 months.
So I got a dating profile set up on Horny Affairs. I got a couple women who are most definitely interested in me. The only problem is that I don't have the money to upgrade to the premium access, which kind of pisses me off a little bit, but I literally have 203 plus 6 visitors on my profile right now.
Here's a
One in
free one.
particular caught my eye, and by the name of Play Hard
And we got around
2429.
220 to
So
go
she's
from
22
here.
years old, and one thing that stuck out, you know, a lot of which about her was what I was getting into and digging, but then the thing of the end, and as shallow as this sounds, it's also very important that we are attracted to each other physically as well. See, that I can relate to, because you want a good match with somebody, there's going to be chemistry, sexual as well as intellectual, you see what I'm saying? And
Oh, missed the green on that one.
remember right, don't you?
And from here, he's looking at a 220-yard
This is the message
shot.
she sends me. I want to talk with you. Your picture is so sexy, and I think that you and me will click very well. I can't stop thinking about you, and I want to get to know you. Maybe meet someday soon and have some fun. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah. I got a gift card for Christmas and a debit card type deal. I tried registering it on this website so I could talk to her and stuff. And guess what happened? Card was rejected. So that ain't gonna fucking happen anytime soon. So I want to talk to Play Hard 2429. We're gonna have to upgrade. I'm a little hesitant
Going with the hybrid.
dating, for sure. But there are definitely a lot of potential females out there I would love to get to know better, for sure. In the meantime, however, I'm still currently single, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks, but I could change rather quickly. Time is a funny way of doing that.
Josh would end up backtracking on this and instead
He's trying to
sent
get out of this
okcupid.com,
deep
a
rough.
free
Let's see how
online
this
dating
goes.
website. Josh seemingly found success in using OkCupid and got in contact with a sexy goth girl who lived in Casper and also loved the band Cradle of Filth. It all seemed too good to be true, which it was.
So after giving it much consideration,
All right, here we go. This is his
going
fourth
to
shot.
see what I can do to get premium access. Maybe be asking yourself, a lot of the comments are saying, what's the fucking point? They're just going to take your money. And what are the odds? You know, what if what if it's legit? You know what I'm saying? A couple of things weigh on my mind when it comes to online dating websites and being somewhat of a mildly famous YouTuber. Back in my mind, I'm thinking, what if? That sounds stupid when I say it out loud. One or two people creating 8, 9, 10 different online dating accounts just to fuck with me. I mean,
see how this shapes up, because this is third shot.
It's fucking sad, man. But yes, I'm looking to try the premium access here. We'll see where it takes me. Because I have a feeling, though, that some of these profiles aren't fake. If I got one girl who says she can't stop thinking about me and she wants to meet with me and do something someday, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying. But premium access for a good 6 months is going to cost at least $100. So if I get like a debit card for like a good $40 on it, and each check and use it strictly for online dating, which would be kind of a hassle, but at the same time wouldn't be, because, you know, if I actually managed to get another girlfriend because of it, then it wouldn't be a hassle. Oh, would it, you too? No, it wouldn't. No, well, you all wouldn't.
During this time, Josh was also catfished by a troll posing as a hot goth chick from OkCupid by the name Bleak Rainbow. Over the next couple of days, Josh tormented himself attempting to figure out if Bleak Rainbow was real or a troll.
So, before I hear any comments of, I told you so, I found out, without having to spend money, the dating websites I was on were fake. I didn't want to believe it because it hurt to think that all these potential women that were hitting on me were just some people behind the computer screen trying to get people to give the websites money and shit. I'm thinking there's no way. So I Google it, and it turns out they are. Go figure.
Positive thoughts. Let's say.
So I checked my OkCupid.com profile, and a girl contacted me, was into Cradle Roll Filth and blonde hair.
Oh, that was almost in.
Like, that's what's up, you two.
And a 5-foot putt for him.
We'll see what happens. I'm definitely looking forward to chatting with her a bit more, because her profile said she's here in town. She's local too. Like, holy shit.
And that one will drop. This is your bogey putt.
I'm a little bit shy, but
this putt's tracking. One over for the day.
Sleeveless shirts to my profile, big, showing off the biceps, you know. I said thanks, and checking her profile, 2 things stuck out. 1, she listens to Cradle of Filth. 2, she dreams about producing her own album. And I'm like, okay, this sounds way too goddamn good to be true. Something about this one, my gut's telling me to trust. It's a weird calm sensation in my stomach. That's my gut reaction telling me that this may be legit. Won't rush into things right quick, but we'll definitely see what happens. That's what's up. But people told me that OkCupid was free online dating. And not only that, but it doesn't cost you a thing to chat back and forth. Like, that's what's up. So I'm glad I signed up for that OkCupid account. We'll see what happens.
And here's her 3-iron on display. And he's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does. They're going with the 5-iron here. Okay, let's see what you got here. This approach is heading right at the pin. A little wayward on the approach, that's all right though. And from the greenside sand, let's have a nice out here.
Hey, excuse me, what is one piece of financial advice to give to your younger self? My younger self? Hey you, don't with you
Actually
running after
played
you
out
do
of that
access to your
sand. A
light.
little bit of work left to do, but
Morning,
too
YouTube.
serious. And let's see what happens. This is his second. Well, he's setting up for a long putt. I don't know what'll happen here.
And I'm here. It's pretty
And
amazing that now
will drop.
you can mention
Here we go.
CWC
Drop
and
this and
King
save
Cobra in the
that
same
par.
sentence. He's really.
Absolutely amazing.
Tell me, how long have you been keeping up with our Lord King Cobra?
Oh, the king.
It could
So
be a good
I
one.
found out about him
Just a little too much pace on that one.
probably less than a
And
year
this
ago
one for bogey.
from a guild on old school RuneScape
Yeah,
with some
let's
random
shake
guy.
out the cobwebs. That's your second bogey in a
RuneScape.
row, but we'll perk up maybe
Oh
on the next
yeah,
hole.
there's a lot of autism on
You
there.
are currently
I believe it.
2 over.
So, when you first saw Josh's videos, what did you think? What was your reaction?
Well, to be quite honest, I expected a little bit more from this character, because when you first see him, you kind of get a expectation of, I don't know, just more lulls, I guess, because he's kind of boring, to be
Yes.
quite honest.
Yes, he is.
It's kind of monotonous. I've never sat through a whole live stream of his, but there's just always a few great gems that come out. And that's what we're here for.
For sure. Yeah, do you remember what the first video was that you saw?
No, I do not remember the
And you
first
are
video I
only
saw.
2
Like I
strokes
said,
behind the leader at this point. Final hole.
None
Let's
of
see what
them.
you
There's
got.
only a few of the videos that really stick out to me. There's the legendary hair dyeing video.
Yeah.
That one's pretty great. That's probably one of my favorites.
Great swing on that one.
The cock holster is always cool. I'm out. Cool. Yeah. But what I'm really enjoying now
Here we
is
go. This is his
this new
second shot.
Cowboy Cobra
Yes.
saga. This is great.
Yes, the Brett Michaels from Poison
Oh yeah.
cowboy hat. It's a great way to cover up his bald head.
Oh yeah. It's really great. He was singing Johnny Cash earlier today.
Wow.
Really great.
So he's really taken to the gothic cowboy lifestyle.
Yep. He was chewing some dip.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I saw a screenshot of him where it looks like a bunch of his teeth are gone or something.
Oh,
with
man.
his blackness.
It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that, because have you noticed his teeth lately?
When I've seen them, they are very flat on top, so I think he has bruxism. He's been grinding, and they're covered in some kind of Arctic permafrost of plaque.
Yeah, so his teeth are seriously decaying. Like, there's a
Good
clip
little
of
shot
him
there.
showing his teeth, and they're like brown on the top, and
Yeah.
it's not attractive.
No, they're in
He's
rough
not brushing
shape.
his teeth.
Do you think he really went to the dentist?
Okay, this is his third.
He might have, but I don't think he's brushing his teeth.
No, he certainly is not. There was the guy who visited his house, Jesus Morris, and I'm trying to remember if he had seen a toothbrush in there.
This one's
Somebody
your
went to his
third.
house?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is this guy. And what's incredible, you can see evidence of him from the really, really early Cobra days. He had photoshopped a Cobra tattoo, the dick and balls on his arm. This was maybe 2011, 2012.
Let's see what he does.
And
This is his fourth.
all this time later, it may have been a year ago, he finally visited Cobra's house, his apartment, and detailed his experience on Reddit. And he also took some very high quality footage of it.
That's great. That's good. I didn't see that.
Oh, it's incredible.
But I hope he didn't do anything weird.
No, it was a really innocent hangout. There's a video of them on YouTube together, And
That's
he's really nice to him. Cobra seems to do fine, honestly, with having this random guy visit him.
It's good content.
Yeah, it is good content. You got a field agent. It's impressive.
In my perspective, what we watch, King Cobra, when we watch him, we're watching a slow decay of his life.
Oh, yeah.
That's essentially what it is. He's not really doing anything to set himself up.
It's getting there.
No, and for a very long time now, he's never
This will be for his
really
bogey.
put a ton of effort into anything.
Oh, no.
And you can chalk that up to having a really bad attitude or
Lazy?
being lazy,
Yikes, that
or
went right by.
it really is that hard for him
And a
because
5-foot
he's
putt for him.
not very talented, but his attitude stinks.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't show any ambitions or drive to do anything to put his life in the right direction
No.
at all. He's been fairly consistent with
And that's gonna
YouTube
do
and
it for
streaming.
them here
That's
today.
great, but
And if this putt goes down, then we
It's-
are going
It's
to the
all about
playoffs.
chasing that dopamine hit. He certainly
Looking good.
pursues
And as
that
that
as
goes
much as
down,
possible.
we've got a tie
Oh, yeah.
at the
And
top.
making a
We're
real
getting to the
quick
playoff
YouTube
hole.
video or long one these days, it puts him in a good mood, I think. But for doing it almost 10 years now, he hasn't done
Okay,
anything
one
different in
hole
terms of
playoff.
editing
Let's see what
or
happens.
learning
Best
any
score
video
will
skills.
get the win. If there's still
It's
a
still
tie,
his
we'll give the win
IMAX
to whoever was
photo
closest to the
booth,
pin.
video recorder software, whatever came
All right,
packaged
you
in
gotta
with it.
dole out the pressure
Yeah, he
here.
hasn't
You're
made any
first
effort
off
to
the
improve,
tee.
has he?
You gotta
No,
stick this one close.
I can recognize that he's done his cooking videos, and he'll go outdoors, so he's mixed it up beyond just talking at a camera, but he doesn't have much time.
Wow. And he's almost 30, right?
Yeah, he's.
I don't think you're gonna like this.
28 at this point. I could be wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, last I
can't
heard
hit
was
all the
27, but that could have been a while
All
ago.
right, let's
I
see what
think
he
you're
can
right.
draw up
He
here in the
is.
playoff.
27, approaching 28 possibly. I think you're probably correct. Don't quote me on that one. But
Right,
late 20s.
So if you picture his life at 27 years old, and he doesn't have a job, he has very little income, which is mainly his, what's the acronym? Disability, basically.
Right.
And his dad paying for his apartment and selling wands, which he
Here's a
probably
look
gets
at
a
their
few
hybrid.
$100s a month at most if he goes hard on it. He's not training. He is a literal NEET. He's not training. He's not gaining any
Since you're now
skills.
closest to the pin now that
And
the tee shots have all been completed. We
it's
know
not going to
we
last
gotta
forever.
win this on score alone.
No,
No
his
tiebreaker will
last
help us.
thing that's ticking away is his health.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely breaking down mentally and physically.
That's the one thing that, at least if you're fortunate, can hold up. You don't have a serious ailment, but I feel like one of these days he's gonna lung cancer or
Yeah.
Okay, out of the bunker.
He-
That's our first hurdle.
I think
Let's
you or
deal with this
somebody else said
All right, they
he
need
eats
this
like
one
one
to
meal a
win.
day,
yeah.
which is always really weird. Burgers and Domino's pizza with 80 toppings.
Yes, I love his pizzas.
Yeah.
Those are too funny. I
Ouch,
could
right
talk
by the
about
hole.
him and his pizzas all day.
And this one,
It's
Yeah.
save
it
par.
epitomizes his spending habits.
Legacy is big for me, so it's like I want my family to see. Oh, Monique.
All right, that's all you can do here. A tie.
I can afford it. I can do this on my own. I invested in myself.
Let's get real about home ownership. Visit Real Solutions at Rock.
All right, this would win it for them.
Josh,
And
and
as their
autism.
putt goes down, that will be the win for them. Unfortunately,
That's right, we're here to
we've
talk
lost
about
some
mental
players,
illness.
that'll happen.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of the things he
Well,
does,
that's gonna do it for
are
me.
driven by
It
his
was
autism.
fun. It was exciting to follow
his
you
obsession
through
with
this
being
playoff
goth,
affair. It's just too
which
bad
which
you
is
didn't
weird.
pull out the win in
It's
the end,
weird
but that's all right.
because
We'll get 'em next time.
it's not what you would typically think of as goth, but it's his vision of being goth. And all the magic stuff, that's pretty out there.
People who fall on the spectrum, autism, they create their own universe, their own world, and that contributes to them being so interesting. You want to understand the world that they live in.
Yeah, that's accurate. They're very detached from reality.
We'll be calling this Josh an autism, but he has stated that at least he goes underneath the label of, now that I think about it, he said he has Asperger's, but he makes jokes, but he's also said you can't hit someone with autism and go to
Yep. That's a really funny thing that he does is he will say, like, you can, if you fight me, you're in the wrong no matter what, because I'm an autistic guy.
They could hit me first, so then all I have to do is fucking knock her ass out, and then if the cops were called, all I have to say is, she hit me first, and I'm autistic. I'm pressing charges. She hit somebody with a disability, and her ass would have been done. You can't hit an autistic.
Like, that gives him free reign to fight anybody he wants. But another thing that he likes to say is, he talks about his autistic rage.
Oh yeah.
That gets me. That really gets me. He says that he has autistic rage, and that I remember one video he said, "You don't want to fight me because I do have an autistic rage." Some along those lines. But
When I'm pushed to that point where I want to physically fuck somebody up for starting shit and fucking with me because I'm fucking autistic.
he also said that he doesn't want to fight anybody because he's afraid that he'll seriously injure them if he goes into an autistic rage and he gains his autistic super strength.
Right.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great stuff.
He does like to believe that he has special abilities because of it, and what you just described, it's a series of free passes. One, to initiate fights with people, and then secondly, if he ever goes overboard and he could accidentally kill someone.
And I wasn't about to fucking hit Carol, even though I wanted to so badly, and I was so close to doing it. It would have felt so good. All the bullshit from trolls picking on me, all the bullshit and frustration from not having any pussy for so long, it would have come boiling out in my fist, and I would have laid her the fuck out. So it's a good thing I didn't. It's a good thing I restrained myself. It's a good thing I walked away.
Especially when he's brandishing his knife, and he loves his stories about how things would go if he got into a conflict with somebody. He could seriously stab somebody and they'd bleed out, and he'd just say, yeah, I went into an autistic rage and I don't remember anything or what happened. Take him to jail. Take this corpse to prison. And
yeah, that is a little scary if you think about it.
It is. He won't take any responsibility for his anger, how violent he may become. He could just be barking. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's the free pass. That's the autism free pass.
So he seems to embrace his autism / Asperger's, whatever he feels like calling it that day.
Yeah, that's fair. I wonder how much he thinks about that. I wonder how much he thinks that defines him.
I would say it's a real big part of his identity.
Yeah.
He's talked about how whenever he would get with a lady, because he's very fixated, of course, on his sex countdown timer, how long it's been. And I remember seeing in a video that when he does finally achieve that, it's an especially big deal because of his conditions, because he has...
Oh, so it's an even bigger accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
Because he can get laid even though he's autistic.
Right.
It doesn't really matter who it is.
Yeah, he's made that clear. Oh, I don't know how he does it, honestly. It must be something about Casper.
Well, it's probably... He doesn't have a lot of